Tammy Slaton reveals new smile after 500-pound weight loss. A journey of hello viewers. Welcome back to my channel. For 1000 lb sister latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Transformation, resilience, and renewal. For fans of TLC's hit reality series 1000 Pounds, sisters Tammy Slaton's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. From the depths of severe obesity and emotional turmoil to a staggering 500-pound weight loss and a newfound lease on life, Tammy's transformation has captivated audiences across the globe. But in a recent and deeply personal revelation, Tammy shared another milestone in her ongoing journey, her brand new smile. With a radiant set of teeth that reflect not just physical change but emotional healing, Tammy's latest update marks a symbolic and literal restoration of her confidence, health, and self-worth. In a heartfelt social media post that quickly went viral, Tammy unveiled her new teeth, custom-designed, natural-looking dental implants that have transformed not only her appearance but her ability to eat, speak, and smile without shame. "This is more than just a smile," she wrote. "This is me saying, I'm worthy of feeling good. I'm worthy of taking care of myself." Her words struck a chord with thousands, many of whom have followed her story from the beginning and seen her endure unimaginable physical and emotional challenges. Tammy's weight loss journey began in earnest in 2020, after years of living with morbid obesity, a condition that left her bedridden, dependent on oxygen, and unable to care for herself. At her peak, she weighed over 700 pounds, a number that placed her among the heaviest individuals ever documented on television. The physical toll was immense: mobility issues, chronic pain, breathing difficulties, and multiple health complications including diabetes and heart strain. But perhaps even more debilitating was the emotional toll: isolation, depression, and a deep sense of helplessness. The 1000 Pounds Sister series, which debuted in 2020, chronicled Tammy and her sister Amy Slaton's parallel struggles with weight, trauma, and family dynamics. While both sisters faced their own battles, Tammy's situation was particularly dire. Her inability to leave her home, coupled with a reliance on high-calorie comfort foods as a coping mechanism for grief, especially following the death of her husband, Joey, in 2017, created a cycle that seemed impossible to break. But with the support of her sister, medical professionals, and eventually bariatric surgery, Tammy began to turn her life around. In early 2021, she underwent a life-saving gastric sleeve procedure, which drastically reduced the size of her stomach and limited her food intake. The surgery, combined with intensive therapy, nutritional counseling, and gradual physical therapy, set her on a path of steady weight loss. Over the next several years, Tammy shed more than 500 pounds, a feat that defied medical odds and inspired countless viewers struggling with obesity. Yet, as Tammy lost weight, new challenges emerged. Rapid and massive weight loss often leads to complications, including excess skin, muscle loss, and dental issues. For Tammy, one of the most painful and confidence-shaking side effects was the deterioration of her teeth. Years of consuming sugary drinks and processed foods, combined with limited access to dental care during her heaviest years, had taken a severe toll. By the time she began her weight loss journey, many of her teeth were decayed, cracked, or missing altogether. "I didn't even want to smile," Tammy admitted in a recent interview. "I'd cover my mouth when I laughed. I avoided photos. I felt ugly, even as I was getting healthier. I lost all this weight, but I still didn't feel beautiful." Dental health is often overlooked in conversations about weight loss and overall wellness, but it plays a crucial role in both physical and emotional well-being. Poor oral health can lead to infections, difficulty eating nutritious foods, and even impact heart health. For someone like Tammy, whose journey was about reclaiming her life, restoring her smile became a vital part of her healing. In 2023, after years of planning and saving, Tammy underwent a full mouth reconstruction. The procedure, performed by a team of specialists in cosmetic and restorative dentistry, involved the removal of damaged teeth, bone grafting where necessary, and the placement of permanent dental implants. Unlike dentures, which can slip or feel unnatural, Implants are anchored into the jawbone, providing a stable, long-term solution that looks and functions like natural teeth. The process was neither quick nor easy. It required multiple surgeries, months of healing, and significant financial investment. Tammy used funds from her work on £1,000, sisters' public appearances, and merchandise sales to cover the costs, as dental implants are rarely covered by insurance, especially for cosmetic purposes. But for Tammy, the price was worth it. "When I saw my new smile in the mirror for the first time, I cried," she said. "I hadn't seen myself smile like that in over a decade. It felt like I was meeting myself for the first time." The transformation was more than aesthetic. With her new teeth, Tammy can now enjoy a wider variety of healthy foods, something that was impossible before. "I can eat an apple. I can chew lettuce. I can bite into a sandwich without worrying about my teeth falling out," she shared. "It's not just about looking good. It's about living fully." Her confidence has soared. On social media, Tammy has posted videos of herself laughing, singing, and engaging with fans, all with her mouth wide open, no longer hiding. Her Instagram and TikTok followers have celebrated the change, flooding her comments with messages of support. "You look amazing. Your smile is so bright. You've earned this happiness." But beyond the praise, Tammy's new smile represents a deeper victory, the triumph of self-love over self-neglect. For years, she associated food with comfort, control, and escape. Her relationship with eating was tangled with grief, trauma, and low self-esteem. Through therapy and personal growth, she has worked to untangle those emotions, learning to nurture herself in healthier ways. Her dental transformation is symbolic of that inner work. Just as she replaced decayed teeth with strong, functional ones, she has replaced destructive habits with routines that honor her body and mind. She now exercises regularly, follows a contouring, explained. Patients like Tammy have achieved something extraordinary, saving their own lives through weight loss. But the journey doesn't end there. Excess skin can be debilitating, both physically and emotionally. Procedures like body lifts are reconstructive in nature. They restore function and help patients feel comfortable in their skin again. While the physical changes are visible, the emotional journey Tammy has undergone is perhaps even more profound. For much of her life, her self-worth was tied to her weight, either as a source of shame or as a barrier to opportunity. As she lost weight, she began to confront deeper issues: grief over her mother's death, strained relationships, and long-standing patterns of emotional eating. Therapy played a crucial role in her healing. In interviews, Tammy has spoken openly about her work with counselors to address trauma, build self-esteem, and develop healthier coping mechanisms. She has also leaned on her faith, describing her journey as a spiritual awakening. The cosmetic procedure, then, was not just a physical enhancement, it was a symbolic act of self-acceptance. By choosing to reshape her body in a way that aligned with her new life, Tammy took control of her narrative. She was no longer defined by her past struggles, but by her resilience and determination. Tammy's journey has not been without controversy. As a public figure, she has faced criticism and judgment from both media outlets and online commentators. Some have questioned the necessity of cosmetic surgery, suggesting that she should be grateful enough with her weight loss. Others have speculated about her motivations, often reducing her experience to sensational headlines. But Tammy has remained steadfast. In a recent interview with a lifestyle magazine, she responded to the criticism. "People don't understand what it's like to live in a body that's been stretched to its limit. They don't know the pain, the infections, the way the skin pulls and chafes. This isn't about looking perfect, it's about living without pain. It's about being able to hug my niece without worrying about skin folds. It's about dignity." Her honesty has sparked important conversations about body autonomy, the stigma surrounding obesity, and the need for compassion in public discourse. Advocates for body positivity and health at every size have praised Tammy for using her platform to educate others about the realities of extreme weight loss and the importance of holistic care. 1000lb Sisters has been both celebrated and criticized for its portrayal of obesity and healthcare. On one hand, The show has brought much-needed attention to the obesity epidemic in the United States, highlighting the medical, emotional, and financial challenges faced by individuals with severe weight issues. It has also shown the power of family support, medical intervention, and personal accountability. On the other hand, some critics argue that the show exploits its subjects, focusing on shock value rather than solutions. There are concerns about privacy, consent, and the long-term mental health impact of being filmed during vulnerable moments. Tammy, however, has consistently maintained that the show has been a force for good in her life. "It held me accountable," she said in a 2022 interview. "When you know the cameras are rolling, you think twice before reaching for that bag of chips. It gave me a reason to keep going, even when I wanted to give up." Now, as she enters a new phase of her life, one defined not by struggle but by strength, Tammy hopes her story can inspire others. She has become an advocate for bariatric surgery awareness, mental health support, and access to post-weight loss care, particularly for low-income individuals who may not have the resources for cosmetic procedures. As of 2024, Tammy continues to focus on her health, both physical and emotional. She maintains a rigorous fitness routine, follows a balanced diet, and remains in therapy to process her ongoing journey. She has also expressed interest in mentoring others who are considering weight loss surgery or struggling with body image after significant weight loss. There have been rumors of a potential spin-off series centered on Tammy's life post-transformation, though nothing has been confirmed by TLC. Regardless, her social media presence continues to grow, with over 2 million followers across platforms. She uses her accounts to share motivational messages, wellness tips, and behind-the-scenes glimpses into her recovery. Perhaps most importantly, Tammy has found a sense of peace she once thought impossible. In a heartfelt video posted after her latest surgery, she looked directly into the camera and said, "I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago. I'm stronger. I'm healthier. I'm happier. And I'm finally learning to love myself not because of how I look, but because of how far I've come." Tammy Slaton's story is more than a reality TV arc, it's a reflection of a larger societal issue. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), more than 42% of adults in the United States are obese, with severe obesity affecting nearly 10%. These numbers have been rising for decades, driven by a complex mix of genetic, environmental, economic, and psychological factors. Access to effective treatment remains a challenge. Bariatric surgery, while highly effective, is often expensive and not covered by all insurance plans. Post-surgical care, including mental health support and reconstructive procedures, is even less accessible. Many individuals, especially in rural or underserved communities, lack the resources to pursue long-term weight management. Tammy's visibility has helped shine a light on these disparities. Her journey underscores the need for comprehensive, compassionate healthcare that treats obesity as a medical condition rather than a personal failing. It also highlights the importance of follow-up care, including body contouring, which is often dismissed as cosmetic but can be essential to a patient's physical and emotional recovery. Tammy Slaton's revelation about her new cosmetic procedure is not just a celebrity update, it's a milestone in a deeply personal journey of survival, healing, and self-reinvention. Losing over 500 pounds is a medical marvel, but the true victory lies in the quiet moments, the ability to walk without pain, to wear a swimsuit, to look in the mirror and recognize oneself. Her story reminds us that transformation is not just about numbers on a scale. It's about reclaiming agency, confronting pain, and choosing to live fully despite the odds. It's about the courage to keep going, even when the world watches your every move. As Tammy continues to heal and grow, her legacy extends far beyond reality television. She has become a symbol of hope for anyone who has ever felt trapped by their body, their past, or their circumstances. And in sharing her journey so openly, scars, surgeries, and all, she has given others permission to do the same. In the end, Tammy Slaton's greatest transformation may not be the one we can see. It's the quiet, internal shift from self-doubt to self-love, a journey that, in its own way, is worth more than 500 pounds.